How to fix a slow metabolism from Dr. Adrian. Don't eat too much protein, especially lean protein in excess can also trigger your insulin, and that's why you may be eating super healthy but not losing weight. Focus on healthy fats, little bit of protein, little bit of carbs.
I'm sure at this point everyone on TikTok is simply just confused. Some people are telling you not to eat carbohydrates, others are telling you not to eat dietary fat, and now for some reason people are telling us not to eat protein. With that being said, his tip for increasing your metabolism is not to eat a high protein diet. And for this recommendation, there is a ton of evidence and scientific literature telling us the exact opposite. The first thing to know is that all foods have a thermic effect of food, and this is the percentage increase in our energy expenditure after eating a food. And protein has the highest dietary induced thermogenesis at 15 to 30%, and his recommendation is to replace protein with dietary fat, which has a thermogenesis of between 0 and 3%. So just simply by eating protein, we'll have an increased energy expenditure immediately after in order to digest, absorb, and utilize the protein. And the mechanism for this is quite interesting. Dietary protein stimulates a process called protein synthesis. And as it sounds, this is the process of synthesizing proteins, particularly muscle proteins. And this process does in fact require energy, and the ingestion of dietary protein will stimulate or turn on this process, which is why our metabolic rate will increase after eating a meal containing protein. Additionally, when we look at high protein diets, comparing a diet of 36% protein versus 15% protein, the high protein diet group had an increased energy expenditure of 297 kilojoules per day, which equates to roughly 70 calories per day. And this same review highlighted another study that found subjects consuming a 29% protein diet had an 891 kilojoule or 212 calorie increase in metabolic rate compared to an 11% protein diet. I'll highlight this study. A high protein total diet replacement increases energy expenditure and leads to negative fat balance. And the title of this study gives away the entire conclusion. With that being said, one of the reasons this individual says not to eat protein is because protein can spike your insulin, which due to the fact that this video is on how to increase your metabolism would mean that somehow insulin would decrease our metabolism. But if we actually look at the studies, insulin actually plays a signaling role in the brain to increase metabolic expenditure and increase thermogenesis. And thermogenesis requires us to increase our energy expenditure. Additionally, insulin increases a molecule called leptin. And leptin also has the function of increasing our metabolic rate and increasing thermogenesis. With that being said, if you do want to increase your metabolism, you would probably be better off replacing your calories from fat and carbohydrates with protein, rather than replacing your calories from protein with dietary fat. And if you want to learn how to take control of your health and energy, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.